Happy holidays, everybody. Welcome back to Winner's POV. Delayed episode because of the break. Hope you enjoyed your break. But we're back now. And let's start with the round 3 challenge. This one was mystery game, and the game ended up being Samantris, which I blatantly tried to throw. I did it for like 2 minutes. I did 2 attempts. I got a score of 5,000. I'm like, okay, everybody can beat that. It's not a big deal. Turns out almost nobody could beat that. I ended up getting, I think, 7th in the challenge, and I tried to throw it, but in the end I did achieve my goal of maintaining my position in the top zone, but just dropping down a couple spots. German and Royal went above me. I dropped down to 3rd, so I want to maintain this kind of spot. Maybe like I could drop down a couple more, but I want to be in the zone but not at the top. Because going out of the first cycle, being in the top of the zone, then like if I lose that challenge in the second cycle, then it's a big problem, because people are always going to go for whoever was on the top whenever they can, and if that's me, it's not a great position to be in. So kept my immunity. Amba fell out of the top zone, which is going to be important soon. But the vote starts out, and it's Christmas. It's the night of Christmas, so nobody is saying any names, and I'm completely fine with that. I just wanted to chill, enjoy my day, and I went to sleep. Woke up the next morning, and Mob and Maximo made a plan overnight. Their plan was to push for Logan once again. They thought that if they pushed for Logan, Burp would come out with a counter push, likely Amba. And then it would kind of force Burp into a corner, because either he lets Logan go, and there goes his ally that he worked his ass off trying to protect last round, or he pushes Amba, and then he once again is seen as like the top dog socially, calling the shots and dictating the vote. So their plan worked out perfectly. Burp pushes Amba, and it's Logan versus Amba. I didn't really know where the votes were going, honestly, and I didn't care on top of that. I didn't really talk to Logan or Amba that much. If either of them win, it doesn't really hurt my game or really help my game either. It's just someone I barely talked to going home, and I'm still there, so it doesn't really matter to me. All my allies are still there. But about 40 minutes before the deadline, German shows up, and he decides he was feeling a little fucky-wucky today. He just wants to cause some chaos. So he throws out Cyber's name, and he pushes Cyber hard. I think Forever was the first person to come to me telling me that German was making a last-second push on Cyber. And then shortly after, German tells me himself, and then Cyber has already heard of it. Somebody already told Cyber, and he's freaking out, and the whole cast just erupts into chaos. And I kind of knew, like, Cyber wouldn't go. He might get a couple votes, but he wouldn't go. It's way too late for that. But within all this chaos, it just created a lot of confusion, which was good for me, because I'm in 2 chats. There's the Homie Squad, which is largely run by Mob, who wants to vote Logan, and that's where I was voting. I was voting with them. However, there's also the Mordecai and Rigby, or Mordecai and the Rigby's chat, which is largely run by Burp, and he obviously wants to go Amba. So I told the Mordecai and the Rigby's chat that I would be voting Amba, but obviously I'm not. I voted Logan, and the only people who really knew that were the Homie Squad. Everybody else thinks I voted Amba, and that could come back to get me with people like Royal making a voting chart to see who everyone voted. But with German causing this crazy mess of confusion, and all 3 of the names being put out there, they're all kind of like not inactive. They're not inactive players, but they're quieter players. They don't talk a lot. So first of all, few people really cared, and on top of that, there's so much confusion. You could have gotten away with anything this round. So it worked out perfectly for me. Cyber ended up getting 0 votes, so that was funny, and Logan went out, who was the person I voted. So now Burp is scared, rightfully, because he just took a major L on this vote. He pushed Amba so hard, and she didn't even go. German took a huge L, because he made that last-second attempt to vote out Cyber, and it didn't amount to anything. So those are 2 of my allies who are now in pretty bad spots, but I have the Homie Squad with me. I have Copper, Royal, I have Turtley, Best, Wacko. I think I'm on pretty good terms with Theatric, Casanoy, Luke D. Like, it should be fine no matter whether people push for Burp or people push for German if his immunity ever runs out. I doubt it will. I think he'll have a pretty insane streak this season, but at the end of the day, those are two people that they're not going to vote me out, but if it comes down to it near the end, people are going to vote for Burp and German over me, so I'm going to try to keep them in as long as I can without blatantly aligning myself with them publicly, since they seem to have screwed themselves this round for sure. Anyway, that's the crazy, chaotic round 3 of Pentagon Season 7 All-Stars. I wish I had a little bit more to say, but honestly, this vote was so wild that I kind of only have a surface level understanding of what really went down. I was walking to Vaughn's for the last 40 minutes of that vote. I was on mobile, walking, talking with a friend next to me, trying to figure out what was going on with German pushing Cyber, Logan versus Amba split. Some guy voted Casanoy. Like, it was wild. You guys probably know what happened better than I do, but in case you didn't, there's the round 3 vote from the eventual winner's point of view. I will see you all next time.
Yeah, going 8 like nigga. Move out the way, please don't be a hero. Bling, blow, ooh, she no skateboard P.